Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy, Riley Esco. Yo, what's up, fam? It's Riley Esco, and y'all tuning into another episode of the Just Sound 8 podcast. This episode is actually going to be our walking pod this time because not in the studio, currently in OKC, Oklahoma City. So, is it Oklahoma City, Oklahoma? No, yeah, I think it is right. Is it? Sorry. I ain't had the best. I ain't had the best joint in terms of history class, but yeah, we currently in Oklahoma City. But before I even get into that, let's actually get into the show. So without further ado, cue intro, please. Let's proceed with the proceedings this evening, please. It's Riley Esco. Yeah. Yo. It goes around. Pat your man down. Man down. That's how you do it. You keep it moving. So yeah, so the boy is currently residing in OKC. Of course, I'm in the city for a week for work, but when work concludes, then we'll be back in the city, back in Baltimore. So the podcast episode that come after this should just be a regular studio podcast episode. But this trip actually haven't been so bad, right? I haven't been so bad. The really, really good thing about this trip, which is just interesting, is the fact that I had the opportunity just to talk to a lot of people. So just over the course of, just over the course of just the week, I've been having conversation with maybe 3 or 4 different people, 5 different people. All these conversations just all going on at one time. So it's been interesting. We all talking about different stuff. Shout out to Z. She one of our most loyal listeners. Me and her was having a conversation about how they did me dirty in terms of this hotel stuff concerned, which is crazy, but I guess that just happens. You feel me? I'm gonna make the most out of it because it's me. This is me. So I'm gonna make sure we're gonna succeed regardless of what may transpire. Another person, another conversation I was having a conversation with the lovely lady Chris, and we always be talking about deep stuff. But today's conversation we was talking about, and I want y'all to participate in this stuff too, the more the merrier. We was talking about what mistakes did you make in your past relationship, whether they were platonic or romantic, and how have you taken steps to, not making those same mistakes over again. And she found this this was a really, really good topic to talk about. And I was like, yeah, I want us to talk and discuss about this topic because everybody played a victim when they break up. Man, she was crazy. Man, he was a narcissist or whatever. But nobody really get down to oh man, the relationship ain't work because I was a little bit too toxic, or I wasn't really prepared, or I kind of forgoed a lot of my boundaries during the course of the joint, and by the time all my boundaries was gone, all my patience was gone with the ish, it was I was just upset, and I jumped ship or I blew up about it. So it's just interesting. So that's something that me and her is actually in the process of actually just discussing, and we don't really have these conversations in person. We have these conversations via this voice memos back and forth, 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Sometimes they can even get to 11 minutes. But it's really great stuff. So I'm gonna ask y'all, and what kind of mistakes did y'all make in y'all past relationship that y'all can own up to? Was y'all, did y'all have too high of a standard? Or was the standard too unreasonable? Did you set the bar too low? Did you cheat? Did you not pay attention to your partner as much? What's up? Tell me. For me, I'll say this. So for me, I'll say one of the big mistakes that I made in my past relationship I made is like at times I didn't know it, but like I was trying to be considerate. You know, I was trying to be considerate and wanted my partner to have an input on some of the stuff that we was doing in terms of how our life is concerned, right? However, like the way that I you know, in a way, added that input made it seem as if I buckled in terms of, you know, what it means to be a man. And I know people may be like, yo, what does that mean, or how that don't make no sense to them, like it just don't. So I'm just gonna explain it to you, right? So like a lot of times traditional women expect the man to be the leader. Like, yo, you gotta lead us to the promised land, right? And like, yeah, that's cool. Cause that's cool if like I want you to get, of course I want you to get down with my program, but that's mean like you only can get down with my program and you can't have a program of your own. Like you gotta be here to live and eat and feed and cater to me, right? And I don't believe that's how relationships get down, because at the end of the day, you got one party that got everything that they want and they super happy, and the other person was like, I spent all my time with you and being around you catering to what you wanted. And I just don't think that's right. Now, I think what is fair, right, is both parties like, okay, you know, what do you want? What do you want? This is kind of what I wanted out of life. What do you want out of life? Or that's kind of what you wanted out of life. We want similar things. Let's game plan and make a plan to both get this, right? We both want a house, but you want a house in, you know, Owens Mills. I want a house in the city. Okay, you know, I'm willing to forego the house in the city for, you know, whatever. I'm willing to forego a house in the city if the house in Owens Mills is affordable and, you know, reasonable, and it's good, it's comfortable, right? So it's like the plan gotta work for both parties. That's what I feel. But like what I did was I always considered like my girlfriend, like, okay, this is what some of the stuff that she want, and we want similar things. We both want to have a family one day, both want to, you know, have a house one day. Okay, cool. I would forego some of my stuff, right? Or just ask her input, like, oh, this is what you want. And in the lady eyes, it could be taken as, or be seen as like, he's unsure about what to do. Or like he's buckling, right? Like he's not ruling with an iron fist because he asking me what my suggestion is, like what I may want. And I don't like that, right? So he's weak. I want a guy that is more assertive. So I'll say that was one of the weaknesses that I had. I didn't even realize it was a weakness until like maybe like a year and a half after we was broken up. And I was like, oh, in this moment when I, you know, asked her suggestion on this thing, she probably thought of it as, you know, me being weak, like I didn't have, you know, things already planned out and already the game sold up. Like she probably think that I was just unsure and took that as, you know, me not having ambition or not me being ambitious enough. So I was like, I gotta eat that, you feel me? I gotta eat that. I gotta know, like, as a man, like, yeah, you gotta be assertive. You most definitely gotta be assertive and come across with the, yo, this is the game plan on what I'm doing, be confident in your shit. And I was confident in my shit, and I don't know, maybe I actually do have to say, or you actually do have to say, like, hey, I'm confident in my shit and what the plan is, but like I do want to know, like, you know, I want your input on this. But that's one thing I'll say that I messed up in my past relationship is that. Two, you know, it's weird. Like when things become, when you meet somebody, I might not be like completely yoked. And then y'all may actually develop to the point that you actually do become completely yoked, you know, emotionally and financially. But like people are in a constant change of flux. So, you know, then it comes to a point that you may become unyoked again, right? Like because a person changed. I'm not saying that they changed for me, but they changed because of the influence that you had on their life. And then like for some reason, like this over the period of living life, they just change back to something else or had some different ideals. So like not leaving when you see somebody not being equally yoked with you. You feel me? Especially financially, people being more reckless financially. People don't really see the goals or the mission. Should you stick and stay with them, or should you just like, you know what, man, let's just, hang it up here. Like we did 2.5 years of us hanging it up here. But like, you as a guy, you want to be optimistic. You want things to work out. You want to give it a whirl. And like, I would say that was a mistake that I made, that, I probably stayed a little bit longer than what I was supposed to, right? And that was just a mistake that I made and that I have to learn from, and that I will learn from in the future. So we currently just talking and discussing like, what are some mistakes that you made in your past relationships, and like what steps are you taking in the future to overcome them? So of course I said the fact that like me being considerate and wanting my partner to influence I felt it was seen as me buckling, that I was unconfident, unsure, and that's how they took it. So that's one of the things that I do. So I already lead with confidence, but like, yo, I got this shit, fam. Like I'm really that. Like I got this shit, fam. Like you can see it, like without a shadow of a doubt that I got it. So that's one of the ways that I do. I'm just portraying it way more. Like, and you don't want to be braggadocious when you got the glow, when you a humble person. But like sometimes you gotta be braggadocious. Like I'm that nigga, fam. Like I got this shit. Like I'm with it. Like anything that I said that I have, and I'm gonna get. It's not subject to change. It's not he just talking, it's just words. It's a fact. Like it's a fact. Like the shit that I say I want to do, I want to do. Like if I say I wanted to travel, I want to travel. A nigga traveling. If I say I want to get this money up for the house, I'm getting this money up for the house. Like it's not a game when it comes to the shit. So that's one. And then, of course, the other one thing that I said is like, sticking and staying and entertaining people, once y'all not equally yoked no more. Like, I understand you gotta give them some grace, but like, when things are when it reach a point where you're like, I'm sick of this shit, or you look at your phone number and you look at your phone, she calls you, and look at like, oh man, she about to be on this shit again. Like, maybe it's time to like really start to think like, yo, this shit isn't right for me, man. Like maybe I should just hang it up here. Hang up my J's here, ball out the game respectfully. And say it like, yo, like we're not clicking no more. We're not clicking on one accord. And like I tried continuously to get this shit back on the road, but I just don't think we're gonna get there. So instead of us just keep doing that, let's just hang it up here. And hang it up here respectfully. And it's cool. Like, it will be cool to hang it up here respectfully. I don't know cheating shit. I don't know infidelity shit. But let's hang it up here respectfully. Because, like, if y'all know how life works, like I know it, sometimes they may double back in the future. Like, you know what? I was too young when we was first talking the first time. Or too irresponsible. Or some shit with my family that's really affected the way I was doing things. So, like, now, you know what? I think we should give it another shot, and you'll be more open to do it. Instead of like, oh, you cheated on me when you knew we was on a downturn. Now you want to come back and do it again. Like, but we still got that matter of you cheating. You're not paying your rent. You feel me? That you breaking the lease on me. Like we still got that matter that we gotta discuss. That's fucking up my credit. You feel me? So what we gonna do as far as that's concerned? You should just forget that. Hell no. You feel me? Hell no. So that's one of the things that me and my friend Chris is talking about, and the conversation is good. Like she was spitting, like she really was spitting. One of the things that she mentioned was just profound, was the fact that like, yeah, I was, fully overly invested in other people. Like I was overly invested in other people and didn't put those investments in myself. And then as a relationship progresses, like, man, I've been bigging you up so much that I didn't big up myself. I ain't put no work in myself. And that was something that was just wrong. And I'm glad she realized that, like, yo, big up yourself, put that energy and the work in yourself, and it's gonna bring people of interest around you. Cause they're gonna be looking like, damn, why this person is, so good? Like, why this person is shining so brightly? Like, damn, like, oh shit, why they so electrifying? Like, I want a little bit of the seasoning. You know what I mean? I want a little bit of the seasoning and shit. Like, let me get that. So you're going to have people coming out the woodworks. Let me talk to you. Let me shake your hand. Let's go out for lunch. What is da. So that's just interesting. Another conversation that I'm actually having. So that's the two conversations I'm having. The hotel shit that they fucked me over on there. Damn. And then this one is about, of course, what mistakes have you made in your past relationship, and how are you going about fixing those in your future one. Then me and someone else is having a conversation about, the question was, what things do you bring to your relationships that contribute to its success? That's what we were talking about. Like, what do you bring to a relationship, platonic or romantic, that just makes it a success? You feel me? That's really, really cool. And like, go into detail about it. And I say, man, like, y'all already know, y'all hear how wild and crazy I get. Like, I'm really authentic, like, to the death of me. Every cell in my body is authentic, whether it's the Riley Escobar persona that y'all hear, whether it's Twan, whether it's Anton, like, I'm authentic. You can be looking like that boy be spitting, that boy is comfortable with him. And this is true. And I bring that to the relationship. Like, I tell y'all my flaws. I tell y'all about, this was my first time I was terrible. This is the time that I burnt, 2 pounds of butter in culinary school. My teacher embarrassed me the hell out of me. So I'm not the nicest, I'm not the master chef y'all may think. You feel me? I love to eat the food, the hood food. You feel me? Oh, this is back when I was bummy and couldn't dress. I was bummy, I couldn't dress. I had shacks on. You feel me? I had no hoes in high school, no hoes in college. You feel me? I'm authentic and I'm always open. Like, I'm always free to tell y'all, like, yeah, man, I have terrible luck when it comes to the chicks, man. Terrible luck when it comes to getting hoes. Like, I really do. But, like, y'all, and people laugh. People laugh like, yo, Twan, you funny as hell, bro. I'm like, I'm just telling y'all the truth, man. I'm just telling y'all what it really is. Like, that's what I'm telling y'all. And, like, whether you believe it or not, it's up to you. And in return, people accept me. They accept me like, yo, you wild as shit, bro. But they accept me. They show up for me and etc. So I bring that to, like, all my friendships, whether it's, platonic or romantic. I'm going to be the Martin Lawrence of it. You feel me? I'm going to have everybody at the crib. We're going to chill, have a good time. I'm going to crack on y'all. I have my lady there. Me and my lady going to have a good time. That's how it is. I'm always reliable. And, like, that's a definite, just the fact that I'm reliable. And people always in search of somebody reliable, whether they are users, whether they're takers, users, toxic or non-toxic. Yo, I need somebody reliable in my corner that's going to show up. That's going to be there when they're going to be there. That's going to work on when they're going to work there. And that's me. Like, I'm reliable. If you can't call anybody, you can call Twan. Or if Twan say he's going to do something, it's no, like, let me double check and see if he's still going to do what he said he was going to do. Like, it's guaranteed. Like, the moment is like, all right, bet, yo, what day you need it? All right, I got you. Like, it's straight up. Like, it's straight up. Like, it's gonna happen. It's not shaky. Is he gonna really show up on that day? Is he really gonna, cop me something for Christmas? Is he really gonna do that? Like, the nigga really gonna do that. Like, so I'm reliable, I'm open, and just the fact that I'm really good at just understanding people. Maybe it's just because I listen to everybody. Maybe it's just, being in a restaurant, being around people. Maybe I'm a people person, but I'm really good at this understanding people, putting myself in your situation. And it'd be funny, because I be putting myself in other situations like, yo, that motherfucker did us dirty, fam. Like, man, fuck him after he did me. And my mind's like that. Like, nah. And people be looking like, damn, like, he did you like that? Like, yo, I'm you in this situation. Like, nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Or the job is 360. Like, man, after y'all stole money from me and shit, y'all really think I'm gonna come back? The job stole money from you, Twan? Like, no, your job stole money from you, didn't you? Like, yeah, I'm talking for you. Like, man, fuck them. and they be laughing and be thinking this would be funny and etc. But I'm looking like, yo, I'm really putting myself in y'all shoes. Like, I really download the people that I talk to, that I hang out with. Like, okay, what I'm gonna do this week? This is what I'm gonna do this week. This is what I work. This is what I got coming up. I really download people in my skull, like in my head. So when it comes to planning stuff, I already know, like, yeah, our boss is a jerk, so we gotta make sure we put the request in super early because our boss is a jerk. And like, you know, Bay gonna wanna come too because, you know, Bay love to be around me, so make sure Bay is invited as well. Make sure Bay get, Bay don't really got the bread right now, so make sure, you know, I bring enough money for Bay, or Bay food is paid for, and etc. Like, I really download people mental, so when I invite people out, everything is good when they come out. And it be like, oh dang, why everything just flows so perfect? It's like because I thought about you. Like I really downloaded all of, you know, the BS that typically happen in your life and etc. Factored it into the plan itself.
Do you happen to have a dollar you can spare, sir?
No, sir. I factored into the plan itself, and by doing that, that's why your experience is what your experience is. It's perfect. Like, if I didn't download your spirit and factor it in, your baby mother will be bugging right now because you're not at the house. And when you get back to the house, she's gonna be bugging because you left. So now, since I factor in, make sure you bring Bay a cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory. So when you get back in the house, she gonna say, you went to the Cheesecake Factory, you should have told me I wanted a cheesecake. Be like, bam, I already got you one, because I knew you was gonna ask. And like, damn, Tom, how you know this? Because I download people. I be knowing stuff, fam. I know. I be knowing. So yeah, so that's the other conversation I'm having. So we having 3 conversations, and then there's another conversation we was actually I was having too, just during the course of this joint. We was talking about somebody else. We talking about TV and movies. That's really dope. And I gotta send them my old school playlist, because if you born in the 80s or the 90s, you gotta have that old school playlist with the my love, do you ever? You gotta have that. Or you gotta have that, if it isn't love, then how do I feel this way? You gotta have that. But for y'all 2000s kids, y'all gotta have, because some of y'all is born in 99, so y'all don't have the old school playlist. Y'all got the 2000 playlist, so y'all got the many men, wish death upon me. No, I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on many men. So you gotta have a playlist on point, and that's the first thing I be asking some people sometimes. It's like, yo, what's good with the old school playlist? Like, I need to know what's up with that. Like, what you got on there? Let me hear the heat, because like I need to know, like, are you like that? Like, do we have the same vibe? Like, do you listen to old school music when you cook, or do you just, you know, cook in silence, or do you not cook at all? You feel me? So like, things just be different. But like, this OKC trip is actually okay. I just love the fact that this go round had the opportunity to really just to talk to a lot of people and have these conversations. And like, I don't know, it really just haven't been a dry spot. Like I told y'all a couple of parts ago, like, yo, I be spitting, bro. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but I really do be spitting, bro. So like, knowing that I'm not the dry one in these situations, fam. I'm really not. I'm not the dry one. Like, my conversation game is on point. You know, who you know can have 5 conversations at the same time simultaneously and show up in all of them while working. Like, I'm really the GOAT when it comes to this. But we're going to take a quick coffee break real quick. So I'm about to go into the coffee shop, get some coffee, have something hot to drink so I can warm up my vocal cords. We're going to keep it pushing with the pod. Okay, see, I don't even know what the title going to be, but we're going to come up with something interesting. But let's break here.
Brit, Quan, that right, toe. My nigga been hustling, trying to make him something. Ain't no telling what he'll do for the paper. Ain't no telling. Souffle, I'm straight, I stay. My plate, shot day, I'm a smooth operator. I drop top of my wheel, baby. That car driving make you feel some type of way. I know you do. That custom brightly make you feel some type of way. I'm shining, ho. This bitch on way got me feeling some type of way. Okay. Easy cause my homies rich, you feel some type of way. That right too. Some type of way, make you feel some type of way. Her she wanna fuck me, know you feel some type of way. Mr. CEO, it's what my title say. Me and my homies DJ Ho, he feel some type of way. Okay, now let me real, I know you feel some type of way. I know you do. When I get the bite on her ear, she make that Tyson face. Don't look like that. I drop down to my knee, thankful for life today. Thank you, Lord. No naps, it's long sleep. Hibernate. Let go. I can tell if he 12 right away. Go through hell, cause I care, move you far away. Drop you off late, know he feel some type of way. I got hoes, like golf tryna make what Tiger made. I gotta hide away, and I go there sometimes to give my mind a break. I find a way to still get through the struggle, what I'm trying to say. And I ain't lying today when I tell you that I love my nigga. Been hustling, trying to make him something. Ain't no telling what he'll do for the paper. Ain't no telling. Souffle, I'm straight, I stay, my plate, shot day. I'm a smooth operator. I drop top of my wheel, baby. That car driving make you feel some type of way. I know you do. That custom brightly make you feel some type of way. I'm shining, ho. This bitch on we got me feeling some type of way. Okay. Easy cause my homies rich, you feel some type of way. That right too. Some type of way, make you feel some type of way. Her she wanna fuck me, know you feel some type of way. Mr. CEO, it's what my title say. Me and my homies DJ Ho, he feel some type of way. She got a Georgia peach on her real end like a license plate. I fuck with you. No rookie, girls got cookie, got me high today. I smoke good. I probably made more money in 6 months than what's in your papa say. I'm serious. Look like I robbed the bank. I said it all like Queen Latifah, cause I'm living single. I'm feeling cautious, I ain't scream when they serve a subpoena. I heard he a leader. Come follow my tribe today. I fucked him, now he heated. He feel some type of way. Don't know how to say, I ain't the hardest man working. Attention we pay, it's always a man lurking. No man perfect, but God, my head, I nod. Rick, homie, all my niggas been hustling, trying to make him something. Ain't no telling what he'll do for the paper. Ain't no telling. Souffle, I'm straight, I stay, my plate, shot day. I'm a smooth operator. I drop top of my wheel, baby. That car driving make you feel some type of way. I know you do. That custom brightly make you feel some type of way. I'm shining, ho. This bitch on we got me feeling some type of way. Okay. Easy cause my homies rich, you feel some type of way. That right too. Some type of way, make you feel some type of way. Her she wanna fuck me, know you feel some type of way. Mr. CEO, it's what my title say. Me and my homies DJ Ho, he feel some type of way. I know you do.